brave to come out yet?
You're that brave who was outcast! What are you doing here?
Your friend Den told me to come find you. Why are you up there?
The Sawtooth ripped our packs from us. Me. Us. Without weapons, this was the best we could manage. Thank you so much for destroying it. Now we can get home. One thing, you won't tell anyone you saw us here, will you?
I didn't. At least, not your friend. Need any help getting down?
We'll go back on our own. Don't take this the wrong way, but maybe we shouldn't be seen with you, or they might figure us out.
I'll find a use for you. For later. Now they're hunting me. Enough. Your work's done now. I'll tuck that away. Trees are thick. Hard to line up a shot. That hurt it. There'll be a use for you. Not gonna be a problem overriding that landslide. Catching it, though. War Chief Sona, you're reinforcing Mother's Crown?
If the Nora are to weather another attack by the Metal Devil, we must brace our defenses. Still, the concern is not yours. You're not mine to command.
You can still ask, War Chief.
Very well. We need to harvest lance horns. They carry chill water, and their lenses have many uses also.
I've already hunted lance horns. I should have the parts you seek.
I'm not surprised, but I am grateful. I also need the watchtowers stocked with signal arrows. Take these to Orn's Tower in the south. If you would.
Well, I hope... See anything you like?
Well, I'll be off.
Thanks.
Some things are beyond our ken. I'll know better next time.
I found your friends, you know where. They'll be back shortly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a relief.
Relax. The matriarchs are up singing the hymn of...
You're right. The hymn atones for all.
That's not what I meant.
My own damn fault. Should have got out of there.
All that screaming and blood.
You're going down! Keep quiet now. The scrapes. You're Orn? Aren't you a little young to be a sentinel?
You can talk.
Fair. The war chief had me bring you these fire arrows. Send up a signal the moment you see anything suspicious, all right?
I know. I'm young, not stupid. If they come back,
Just be safe.
the trip down's the best part.
Good. I can use this. Snow chill itches.
And you brought the signal arrows to Orn?
I did. Kind of hope he never has to use them, though.
We stand agreed. It is a poor war chief who has a craving for war. For now, all I ask of our braves is that they are ready. Should All Mother chest us with an... storm. We will not bend to it.
To override you. I got a feeling it's in another cauldron. Clear that up later. Let's get this over with. Saving these for the trail. It's on to me. this. Okay, they're heading back. Need them soon enough. Thirst, an old gate. Broken wall. So this was the Nora border, before the war with the Karja.
Dry, too wet, too hot, too cold.
Getting soaked from melted snow. If they light that signal,
Can't scare
it'll
me.
make a lot of noise.
Come out.
Where's that shot from?
Captives. They're not just cutthroats. Slavers, too. I'll get this open. Hold on. Hold on. I'll get you out. Fight or run. Okay, alarm's down. Here they come. Corrupted Watchers. Yeah! Sounds of fighting. Has something attacked the Carja fort? A corruptor.
These machines are dangerous!
Shines upon us this day!
Wasn't the sun risking its ass down here?
Girl, approach!
The snow's got a bite out here.
Girl! Come closer!
So, will you open the gate for me now?
You heard her! Open the gates! And send word to Captain Balan. Where you headed, girl?
West! To Meridian!
The Way of Broken Stones is a hard run, even in the best of times. You might want to have a word with Captain Balan. He came from Meridian not long ago. You find him in the fort, on a balcony to the left overlooking the valley.
Okay, thanks.
We're the ones who should be thanking you for taking down those machines. Walk in light, Nora.
Whoever's in charge here might know of the code.
teach you is look at you.
I hope this ceasefire lasts. That's the number 9.
Captain Blanc, I have questions for you. First, about another Nora woman who might have come through here. And second, about the trail to Meridian. What can I expect on the way?
Well, there was definitely another Nora. No way I'd forget that. She caused an incident. As for what to expect on the trail, nothing good. More machines all the time, and our scouts report corruption that way as well. So much for keep to the roads. They're safe enough. Though after what you did at the gate, I'll wager you don't scare. I could put it to use, if you don't mind a quick jaunt back east. I know it's bold of me to, but I can offer you answers in return. If there's anything you need.
What do you need, Captain?
I sent several patrols east when we got word of corrupted machines there. All of them confirmed my fears, so I sealed the gates. But it looks like we left some men behind when they were closed. Waleed, tell her what happened.
Machines attacked us near an abandoned Nora village, sir. Lakir told us to pull back. Then I lost sight of the others.
Never seen a Nora woman before, soldier? Have some respect. Report to her, not to me.
Lakir always stresses reporting back, so that's what I did. I felt terrible about leaving them behind.
Now that the gates are open again, I can send someone after them.
Can't you send more soldiers to find the missing men? What about Waleed here?
Most Nora still don't take well to the sight of Carja armor. Officially, it's a risk to send patrols so close to your sacred land. I'd prefer not to do that again. But heading that way won't be a problem for you.
Please say yes.
What was that, soldier?
Nothing, sir.
Can't you send more?
Please say.
What was that?
Nothing.
What is this place exactly?
Day Tower marks the eastern edge of Carja territory. A trading post, a way station. One with an ugly reputation among your people. During the reign of the last Sun King, many Nora were taken captive, then gathered here for transport to Meridian, and sacrifice. But the sun set on that. I was appointed by the Sun King Avad to make sure old Carja at this outpost show respect to the Nora.
Where do things stand between your tribe and the Nora now?
Sun King Avad wants peace. So do the matriarchs, I'm told. But old wounds are slow to mend, and both tribes are proud. My task is to make sure there are no further provocations from the Sundom. Especially now after... well, while your people recover from this terrible attack, I mean.
What's Meridian like?
It's a changed place. A living city. Nothing like it was during the rule of Sun King Jiran. Avad, our new king, has done all he can to make sure of that. Slavery has been abolished. There's a new alliance with the Oseram. And the Sun Ring, where so many Outlanders were killed, is now a memorial to the fallen.
So the Carja are allied with the Oseram?
Hard to believe, but it's true. Mad Sun King Jiran raided the Oseram for years. Avad managed to get them on his side. He had help, of course. Ursur and Eren played a part. Oseram siblings, bigger than life. They gathered an army to free Meridian. I marched with them. Scaled the North Cliff with my men and secured the Temple of the Sun. Sent Jiran's kestrels and priests packing. Now Oseram are a common sight in the city. And a common sound, too. They sure bicker a lot.
It sounds as though you approve of the new Sun King.
He is the chosen of the Sun, and what the Sundom needs after 10 years of war. A calming light, not a scouring one. Sun King Jiran would shed blood at any slight. For Sun King Avad, that's a last resort. Lucky for those who slight him. Some whisper in the shadows that he's weak. No. Peace is strength, as the sun shall show.
Is there anything more you can tell me about the road to Meridian?
Sun King Avad has devoted considerable resources to making it safe. But by the sun's witness, it's been harder to control in peace than it was during the war. The machines grow more dangerous all the time. Add to that bandits and new reports of this corruption. We're stretched thin to protect a few outposts like this one. As for everywhere else, well, travel at your own risk.
Did an Oseram named Olin come through here?
Twice. He was part of the royal delegation to the Nora. and they passed through on the way, then back. I brought back stories of a vicious attack on your people. My condolences, of course.
Do you know where Olin is now?
Not exactly, but he was on his way to Meridian, I'm certain of that. Everyone goes to Meridian.
You said something happened with...
The Nora girl? Yes, something happened. Attempted murder. Prefect Zaid can tell you more about it. You can find him near the main tower, up the steps.
Wait. Zaid is here?
He is. Look, I've heard what your people say about him, but he swears it's a case of mistaken. If there's a shadow to him, I've never been able to prove it. And the forbearance he showed towards this Nakoa woman was impressive. Oh, speak to him. Maybe he knows where she went.
You said something...
The Nora Prefect... He is. Look, oh.
I'll see what I can do about...
I would be grateful. You hear that, lunkhead? You might be off the hook.
You're Zaid.
And you're a Nora. I can tell from your tone you've heard. Let me ease your mind. There seem to be wild stories about me, but the Nora have me mistaken for someone else. I'm not sure where... Unfortunately, some refuse to acknowledge the error. So it was with the last Nora.
The last Nora who came through here.
Is that her name? Oh, well. It was a very If one of my men hadn't spotted her, I might well have been injured.
What did you do with her?
I let her go, of course. It was clear, so in a sense, her actions were justifiable. I explained... Sadly, I don't think...
Where is Nakoa now?
I don't know exactly. She left raving that she would... But I did hear a report from the garrison at Lonesome Rock that a young woman had been...
So you deny
No, I didn't say that. I did have a role in those operations, but all this nonsense about torture and murder, that wasn't me. They have me confused with some... I don't doubt some of my comrades did bad things. But Sun King Avad...
You've really gone out of your...
It's no trouble. The Sun King wishes to make amends with your people.
I'll go to Lonesome Rock and get to the bottom of...
You do that. And if our men are anything less than...
Can't trust him, not after what Jan told me. That garrison is my only lead. Sky's starting to open. cover.
Lost will live on in All Mother's memory secret, and in mine. I would have died without you. Please, take this.
Thank you for saving me. It's humbling.
Praise All Mother, thank you.
The machines must have come across Captain Balon's patrol here. One of the Carja soldiers fell here. The other soldiers must have retreated. But to where? At least his death came quickly. This can't be the helmet from the last Carja soldier. Someone nearly lost his head here, then ran off. Stocking up. Blood everywhere. A machine dragged something into the water here. But maybe he made it to that island. Better watch out for that machine. It doesn't look friendly. And one of these.
By the sun, by the sun, I'm never really done. I wasn't expecting to be found, especially not by Nora.
I wasn't expecting to find a half-clad Karjan soldier singing like a drunk.
I apologize for my behavior. I thought I was dead.
Come on. Your commander asked me to bring you back to Daytower.
I refuse to be led back to my outpost by Nora, like some prisoner.
Fine. Go by yourself.
Wait. Look. I got in a tussle with a snapmaw. It ate the half of me that was armor and bow. The thief is still in the water.
That explains the bow I found on its carcass.
You defeated it? Alone?
Imagine that. Do you want the bow or not?
Thank you. I didn't want to die in foreign lands, like my men. May the sun light their passing. Thanks for this. Now, I need a minute to fix the bow up. Now, the snapmaw didn't do it any favors.
They're scanning for me. Thought I found this. The world beyond the sacred land. I need to find Olin and learn everything he knows. Who the killers were, how they saw me through his focus. Who the woman is. One who looks like me. Why they want me dead. Olin's trail leads to Meridian. When I catch him, he will talk. And he will pay for all the lives he's ruined. Let's make this quick. Down you go! Got one. I'm picking up another signal. That must be the tall neck sending a signal. With those legs, the machine looks as fast as it is loud. I'd better be careful. grab this now. That's it. Nothing to see here. I think I can leap onto the tall neck from here. Made it. Now to climb up to its head. That alarm will wake up the whole camp. And more besides.
Am I hearing things? This is gonna look real. Gonna tear you down.
They've taken those travelers captive.
Getting started. Somebody needs
Sun and shadow. It's a Nora.
What the awesome find in this. north.
Full already. Let's go. This must be Lonesome Rock. If it's a trap, I might need to go in quiet. There are chains in the cart.
I'm so bored. I'm bored with being bored. I'm bored with you talking about being bored. I'm bored with you.
Hold, Outlander! What are you doing here?
Prefect Zaid told me that bandits abducted a girl near here. Do you know where they might have taken her?
Zaid told you that, did he? Huh. No bandits around. The boss sent us a fresh one, boys.
Eyes on me!
All right, let's see what Zaid's hiding out here. Not just chains, manacles. They were moving prisoners somewhere. Maybe Nakoa's inside. Sounds like Nakoa's here. Then I'm gonna have to cut through these guards to get to her.
Boss told me to hide in my shack when the buyers come. It's because you stink of it.
Sorry to spoil your fun.
Dead. Doesn't smell any worse. Chained up to be sold as slaves.
Please, help us get out of here.
Talk to Nakoa. She'll know what to do.
Nakoa? Jan sent me. Look, we can talk more once we get everyone out of this pit.
Jan sent you? I don't believe it. Well, I guess one of his prayers finally worked.
I've got the key.
I'll help the others. Let's go.
Talk to Nakoa. She'll know what to do.
I knew you were going to be trouble, girl. But you'll make it worth our while in the end.
The end is now, Zaid. For you and your men. You gave him a quicker death than he deserved.
My father was a hunter. He taught me every animal deserves a clean...
How did Zaid come to run a ring of slavers?
All the scum you just killed? They butchered for Zaid during the Red Raids. The new Sun King kicked them out of the army, but Zaid managed to lie his way out of trouble, then saw a new way to make a shard, putting his grunts to work here.
How did Zaid capture you?
I tried to get him at Day Tower, but he caught me, then let me go so he could have his men grab me later.
And after?
Said he was gonna sell me into slavery like the other poor bastards that came, but he took his time, kicked me around whenever he stopped by. Guess me trying to kill him hurt his pride.
You've been through a lot.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Zaid's dead. I was ready to go through anything to make that happen. And I did.
What are you gonna do now?
The others were in that cellar for months. The more run down they got, the harder. They need food, rest, and hope.
You're not even going to try to...
The matriarchs won't let me back. Even if they would, I wouldn't go. As for Jan, I know a way to get word to him. I'll miss that runt.
Time for me to go.
Look, I don't even know your story. It must be a good... If you ever feel like telling it, look me up in Meridian. I'll be there until the others get... Thank you for helping me cut this rot from the world. I don't... As soon as the others are ready... Thanks again for...
Can't be too prepared. Be fascinating. They weren't looking for me. Never know when I might need these.
Up its military until they choose to strike again.
We have to trust in our king to appease the sun and remove from the mouth.
Hardy little plant. You'll help. I've been seen. Here we go. Can't override it. Perhaps I could learn how in Come on. Keep that for later.
I'm awake. And alert.
No.
on top of scrap of the old ones? They do. Somewhere up north.
I feared for my life.
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous. We're loyal citizens. How long do we have to wait? What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
About the Sun Priest falling in love with a Meridian.
I thought Meridian was open to all Carja.
It's not what I imagined when I was a boy.
What happened to Ursa has nothing to do with us.
What's going on here? Olin's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
Halt! Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian.
Recent attack?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadowcart.
Ursa? You mean...
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him, I need...
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard...
Aloy! Hey, you're alive! I thought you were dead. Make way, make way!
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Ah, not really. A little. So, you're alive?
We need to talk, alone.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on...
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you...
A lot has happened since we last spoke. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard some of your braves came back. Said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as this.
How I survived is less important than how I...
Targeted?
The killers came for me because of Olin.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin.
But...
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want.
But...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just...
He's not here. He went scrounging for...
Are there any...
A house. Here in Mar...
Okay, then take me there.
I guess. As long as...
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry.
Special to me? Special to everyone. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes.
I lost someone too. At the proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
That's terrible. Why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them?
Yeah, why is that?
Anyway, there's some...
I need to see Olin's plan.
Okay.
So many people here, all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
That girl. Is she a Nora?
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city these days.
Blood! Vengeance for Ursa! How long? Blood for blood! Vengeance Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered, and her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched-out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
The corner of this rug is frayed, and the floor near it is worn. Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Azeroth. Make nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
Call it a day, girl. Wasting
It looks like a picture of Olin's family. It looks like a picture of Olin's family. Looks big and heavy. Let's give it a little push.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted. A map. The glyphs show places he visited. There's your proof. Read the last page.
He called himself a friend. How did you learn to read glyphs? And...
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus. It's the same?
The device is the same, but... somehow... and see through each other's focuses, too. Like, looking...
So that's how the killers saw you?
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be...
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm
Wait. If that device...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that. But the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here. Why should you have just... Look, I'll head for Redridge Pass. A few minutes of your focus is all I need.
Redridge Pass, you said? place. Smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. Is that some kind of spice?
You there! Can you help me? Can you... You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and trade... If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided...
Tell me about the robbery.
It was brazen and professional. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have...
Why would someone steal...
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of...
I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King, he was killed in battle during the Liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who
How did your nephew wind up in...
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King. So when he fell, they ran out of... As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice, but now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir. So that sword, and after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. And listen, all I want is the sword back. If I can get it back, all is forgiven.
In the order of things.
What are they doing out here?
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with the... Oi there, Outlander. Good shards. Enough to buy...
Okay, stop there, if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant to... I heard an... So I hired men to investigate. I paid up front. Well, half.
So now you're hiring someone to find...
They're a sunk cost.
So is there any more to the...
The last bunch just wanted to know about this camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like, if it's true. If we learn how they do it, think how
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay...
Girl, I'm not made...
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have... They prefer machines for company.
Then they might not want outsiders to know.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries.
Are you some kind of merchant? But you send other people.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl, risky opportunities. But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative... All right.
If I did look in...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. And you look like you know your way around the sack. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp. Payment on return.
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting ground.
You mean these?
Very well, then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards...
Am I a member now?
No. You're only a fledgling. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs. Present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our lead.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not gonna take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons. One for 15 half-suns, one for 15 full suns, and one you'll love for all...
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last, he was too plain-hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of the...
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next...
Oh, it's good to be sitting down.
Excuse us. The Machine Rider graces us with her presence.
The sacred land, but yes. I thought...
Tell me, do the...
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you, and no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Law.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, so quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fit?
You're Talana? Assis said you... Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge?
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So? I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who... Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first, becomes a Sunhawk.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he'd... Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me.
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to... Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies direct...
So if I do that...
I'll consider it.
You're Nora. I'm the mournful
Like this?
in grief. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for...
Oh, no. I know about the Red Raids, but the...
I see. Well, these people seek to honor their loved, their lost. But there are obstacles. While Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance...
What?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram, who seeks to... He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old... This Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the jewel. At a pool where Snapmaw... A shrine was built there to ward off the machines. And its effect. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb. A call to the machines, but they need no beckoning. Glinthawks perch there.
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines.
All I can ask for is your charity and the...
Naman, rituals and prayers can't...
No. But it can help those who grieved.
I didn't think your priesthood would...
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but...
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora... I'll do what I...
To honor their memory.
You saw the thief?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching the sword. That's all I...
The thief broke the lattice on the way out. Drops of blood leading the way.
The sun has risen again after a long, long night.
More blood. I'm still on the trail. Still more blood. The thief got cut pretty bad. You're looking for artifacts?
Yes, but I work on their behalf. Look, I'm especially... If you have any, I have...
Tell me more about these...
Simple wood sculptures. He left the figures near painted stone, including... You ready? The Banuk... Come on back. I'd like to discuss a trade with you, Outlander.
Trail ends here. But someone must have seen a thief.
Heading the Outlands in a machine.
Did someone run past here?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took... He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward. No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here?
Yeah. Almost crashed into me, too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. I didn't see a sword, though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
Won't find better wares.
Better have time to talk to savages.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword.
What?
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss...
Hold on. There's more to this. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to... The shards will go to people in...
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. Okay. Guess I should go to this water mill then to find out what's going on.
Buy what you need, leave the rest. You're in the thick of it.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the... My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Tell me what happened to your family.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. Machines. Vicious machines attack...
What kind of machines?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but...
Tell me more about these.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate.
But what about the people?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and...
I'll see what I can do.
You will? Oh.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. I'll give you a good price. Fine goods for a fair price.
Metalbot here, good prices, fair prices. Fairest prices.
She's not interested.
I know what she's not interested. As I was saying, no better offer for snap.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. Huntress, I apologize.
Silent part.
If the sun would only grant... Never mind, snap more lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those.
So which...
No market for a Snapmaw lens. It's good, strong stuff.
Where do you think we are?
I know culture. Just the other...
Oh, great sun.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll...
I've told you as...
Craft doesn't win a war, or...
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned.
If Carja had built that elevator, they would have stopped at a...
All those years of delving, and you never...
Enough!
Well?
They're a blunt...
Why do you two even work to...
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court.
Just...
A long leg...
A Snapmaw...
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait!
I drove her.
Scroungers. Bring us your metal.
Cost you a shard just to look.
Scroungers? What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
Take a look at these wares.
I do the calling. You do the counting.
I wouldn't say agree.
I don't
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them. Sell them for shards.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had...
Ravon didn't seem like a hog.
He stinks just like the rest of them. Of wealth.
Who exactly gets the
Not the bastards in the fortress. We used the shards to make sure that they only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife, they starved to death. So am I.
Where's the sword?
Safe. I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, he was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire ship.
How could...
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine. Hassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire, but be careful. Lots of machines out there.